Lateral flow at-home test kits are illegal in Gibraltar, but just across the border you can buy one for around €4, €20 for a pack of 5. In the UK they've formed a large part of the government's recent COVID strategy and are free to order, although demand has often outstripped availability. However, in Gibraltar, the government has now confirmed it does not intend to introduce the measure for the time being, despite the Chief Minister having previously said they were looking at making them safely available as soon as possible.
There are many tests out there which are dodgy, let me just put it that way in the vernacular, and we don't want to open the floodgates to people having lateral flow tests in good faith, which are giving them the wrong result and therefore creating a false sense of security. You have to put in place the infrastructure to ensure that the tests that come into Gibraltar are the tests which are not the dodgy tests, because you're absolutely right, there are many tests which are not dodgy. But there are many tests which are, and you have to ensure that the ones that come into Gibraltar are the non-dodgy ones, and therefore ensuring that that mechanism can be in place in the time available has not been possible, but it is something that we are seeking to ensure that we can do as soon as possible as we come into the critical period, which is the winter.
The Chief Minister added that the government, a small administration tested to the limit over the past 22 months, had to make a choice as to where to focus its resources before the festive season, the booster programme, which it said was the best way to deal with the COVID situation. Today, the government has said ensuring that tests are done by trained medical professionals provides quality assurance of the results, adding keeping testing under the remit of the GHA ensures the Director of Public Health can maintain epidemiological control over Gibraltar's case incidence and transmission rates. It says the community is being responsible in reporting for testing, as evident from the high volume of calls to 111 and attendance rates at the Midtown facility, which it says is accessible to all who need a test, unlike in larger countries. Nonetheless, this festive season, many have flouted the ban on at-home testing kits to procure these as an added precaution ahead of meeting friends and family, with the result available in just 20 minutes. However, these remain illegal imports, so would people like to see their sale legalized?
Well, I think it would make things easier. But it depends how they swab, because I know sometimes they won't maybe swab it properly, you might get a false negative. So I think there's pros and cons to it. I've just come back from Ireland and they have the lateral flow tests, and my family have been able to test because they've all come down with COVID. So I think it makes things easier, but it depends if they're going to get a proper result.
The availability of it, yes, but not compulsory. I mean, if somebody wants to do it at home, I don't see why not.
I think they should be. I think it would take away a lot of the queues that we have in the drive-through. I think it would alleviate the GHA, and being able to test at home just means you're able to test and keep going about your daily life instead of waiting at home for, I think at the moment it's nearly a 2-day wait for results. So I think it would be beneficial, yes.
I think so, why not? Anything can help to hurry up all this COVID thing.
So where is Gibraltar as regards lateral flow testing at the moment? The tests available at the Midtown facility are all free, and lateral flow tests have been available. But GBC understands that due to the high number of cases right now, PCR tests for the symptomatic are being prioritised. You can get a lateral flow test done at the airport facility, where it's £25 for GHA cardholders and Gibraltar residents and £30 for all others, with a result and certificate given within an hour. Unlike home testing kits, this is valid for travel, although the UK has this week removed the requirement for pre-flight testing for the vaccinated. You can also get a test done at certain medical clinics for similar prices to the airport. One clinic told us a test would cost £30. The government says the GHA is working to increase Gibraltar's capacity to carry out supervised lateral flow testing in order to meet rising demand. It says, therefore, there's no justifiable benefit to public lateral flow testing that outweighs the risk to public health, although this decision may be reviewed as appropriate.